This is Alyce-Kay Ruckelshaus from Threshold of Hineni, and today is November 20th. Just to put this in context, because I'm not quite sure when this is going to be posted. And I'm working on Christmas journals while I talk, just that you have something to look at, and so I can be moving forward on these. So one of the things that has been really hard for me during this time is that it's really, really hard for me to think. And it's just gotten harder and harder. It's like my mind has just gotten murkier and murkier. And I had been having a hard time thinking, so I had stopped doing my Abraham Bible study, and I had started doing a study on First Peter using Kay Arthur's Inductive Study Bible. Because, that gives me directions for what to do and everything. But it got to the point where I just couldn't even do that. And so I had to put that on pause, too. And so what I've been doing is I've been watching or listening to sermons or talks online. And when I can, I journal about those. Sometimes I just, again, mentally am not able to do that. And so I don't. But when I can journal about it, I do. There have been some things that, like this one really, really long talk between Matt Fradd and Father Mike Schmitz. It's like about 3 hours long. And so it took me, I think, a couple weeks to get all the way through that, because there was just so much profound stuff that they talked about that, when I hit something that I want to journal about, that's when I stop for the day and I journal. And then that's it, because I've kind of learned that if I take in too much, then I'm going to forget it and I'm not going to do anything with it. And I don't want to, be a hearer of the word without being a doer kind of thing. I want to make sure that I'm taking it in such a way that I'll be able to apply it. And so there we go, gold, perfect. There's some blue. And yeah, so that's what I've been doing, and that's been working out really, really well. Oh, that's not the right kind of blue. Nope, don't want that. And not this light blue either. Okay, how about red? Red might work. So yeah, so Bible study has been hard. Interestingly enough, teaching my classes has not been hard, but teaching my English classes, I teach Chinese kids, that has not been difficult. It's kind of like I can get into a zone and really be able to focus on that, and so I've been able to do that. It's been difficult emotionally a few times, like the first time that one of my little boys pretended to have a car crash. Of course he didn't know, and it was really, really hard for me not to completely break down at that point. But I managed, I didn't, and now I know to kind of expect it so it doesn't throw me so much. It's, it's when things are unexpected that they just hit you. It's like somebody's socked you in the gut, and it's hard to deal with. So, that's when let's make this red stuff here at the front. So that's when it's hard. What can I say? I did red there. Did I do anything in between this? No. So let's do white here, because we've got white. Okay, sorry. I'm having a hard time thinking and talking. Yeah, so those things just kind of, they take you by surprise, or they take me by surprise anyway. And sometimes those things are what really wipe me out. The other night, I've got a handyman now that I've hired to do things, and he put up a light that Bill had bought for the back porch, which has been really helpful. I wanted it installed before you know, I wanted it installed earlier because it would have helped with Eli, but I put Eli down, so that so it hasn't really helped with him, but it's helped me to be able to see whether or not Penny, my dog, is going to bring something into the house, like a possum. She goes out into the backyard and barks at the trees at night until a possum falls out for her to catch. And sometimes she brings them into the house. Nice, right? Yeah, so anyway, so I've got this handyman, and he's great. He has just been really, really wonderful. And so he installed that light for me, and he's painting my steps because they were slippery. And, you know, I'm trying to have as much of my shopping delivered to me as possible, partly because it's just really hard for me to carry stuff up the steps, and partly because I don't like to go shopping. So I do that, and I order my groceries from Walmart and go pick them up. But those I have to carry up the steps. So anyway, so the other day, he painted my steps with this stuff called Granite Grip. That's not slippery. It's wonderful. It's a little expensive. It's like $50 a gallon, but it goes a long way, and it's worth it. Definitely worth it, because now it's not so slippery. I don't want anybody to slip on my steps, and I don't want to slip on my steps. I probably won't slip on my steps because I don't have to go outside. When I order my groceries, I wait until the day that I want to get them and make sure that the weather's going to be okay and that I feel okay walking and everything, and can get down the steps okay, and then I put in the order. So I'm never really forced to go outside, but because I order so much stuff, I don't want any of the delivery people slipping on my steps. So I wanted that in, and so he's done that. And just a really, really good guy, a really, really young guy, and I've really enjoyed getting to know him and everything. So I'm not sure what my point was in saying all that. There was something I was going to tell you, and now I can't remember. But anyway, so that's what I'm doing for the house. And that's it. I mean, I can't really think of anything else. I haven't been doing as much work on journals. I'm trying to, you know, and I have design team projects, so I've been working on those. But I don't really feel very creative. So basically what I do is I watch videos until I feel inspired. And, you know, if I copy somebody else's idea, I credit them. That's kind of what we all do, is we copy each other's ideas. My bobbin thread's running out. And yeah, so I learned from a lot of people to do that, but it's just really hard for me to be creative. And I've started a new store called the Widow Ruckelshaus, and so that's going well. I've got my journals and journal supplies in there. So yeah, I mean that's pretty much it. Nothing exciting, and I don't really have anything more to say, so I'm going to let you all go. I don't want to just not be saying anything here and keeping you. All right, I love you all. I will talk to you later. Bye bye.